This is a global emergency alert issued by the United Nations Security Council, NASA, the World Health Organization, and national governments worldwide. At this time, an unprecedented crisis is unfolding. Multiple unidentified entities have appeared in various regions across the planet. These beings are highly dangerous, and their origins remain unknown. Residents in New York City of the United States, Kinshasa of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, cities near the Silver Coast of Portugal, and towns near Lake Baikal of Russia, must shelter indoors immediately. Avoid windows. Do not go outside. These entities are dangerous and will attack. Yesterday, on November 11, 2028 at 15:20 Universal Time, NASA detected an uncharted spatial anomaly above the Pacific Ocean. Initial assessments indicated a transient wormhole-like disturbance lasting approximately 18 minutes before vanishing. Within hours, anomalous biological entities of unknown origin were reported in multiple regions worldwide, exhibiting extreme aggression, unnatural physical abilities, and unknown contagion risks. These entities do not match any known human, animal, or extraterrestrial life previously catalogued by global scientific agencies. Every attempted encounters has resulted in significant civilian casualties. Authorities are working to contain the situation. To those near or in the specified areas, remain indoors, barricade windows, and avoid being seen outside. Stay tuned for further updates. This message will repeat in French, Portuguese, and Russian. This is a global emergency alert issued by the United Nations Security Council, NASA, the World Health Organization, and national governments worldwide. In the past 3 days, the situation has escalated beyond containment. The unidentified entities have spread beyond their initial locations, with new sightings and attacks reported in multiple regions. Cities have gone dark. Emergency response teams have failed to re-establish contact. Civilian casualties are in the millions. These beings are highly aggressive, contains unhuman abilities, and any encounter with them will result in certain death. After 3 days of collecting reports of each entity, descriptions are as followed. New York City, United States. A humanoid figure in red and blue is seen scaling buildings unnaturally fast and ensnaring civilians in an organic web-like substance. It moves with extreme agility and has attacked anyone in sight. In the past 3 days, New York City has confirmed 100 to almost 300,000 casualties, but authorities believe that this number could be drastically higher. Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of the Congo. A sleek black-clad figure with razor-sharp retractable claws has been sighted. It moves with inhuman speed and near complete silence, making detection nearly impossible. The entity has shown high resistance to small arms fire, and multiple military squads sent to engage it have vanished without a trace. In the past 3 days, Kinshasa and several other nearby towns have confirmed 500 to 750,000 casualties and disappearances, but authorities believe this number could be in the millions. Lisbon, Portugal. An aquatic humanoid capable of destroying vessels. Survivors describe it as inhumanly strong, moving between land and water with ease. Contact with this entity has been entirely fatal. After 3 days, reported casualties in Lisbon, Porto, and other towns nearby the Silver Coast have reached 100 to 300,000, although this number could be drastically higher according to authorities. Lake Baikal, Russia. A feral humanoid with clawed hands, heightened senses, and rapid healing. It has withstood direct gunfire and continues attacking without signs of slowing down. Several civilians residing in nearby towns have disappeared without a trace. In the past 3 days, cities and towns including Irkutsk have confirmed at least 90 to 150,000 casualties, both either dead or missing. Tokyo, Japan. A new sighting which was confirmed only a day after the first alert was found in the heart of Tokyo, after early reports describe a humanoid wearing tattered purple and black combat gear. This entity uses razor-sharp arrows, firing with deadly accuracy. It is highly skilled, fast, and known to hunt in pairs, using the environment to ambush those outside shelter. In the past 2 days after being discovered, casualties across Tokyo skyrocketed to nearly 900,000, expected to reach 1 million in a couple hours. Authorities have confirmed that any physical contact with these entities through attack, exposure to bodily fluids, or injury results in extreme behavioral changes. Those affected become hostile, unresponsive to communication, and display signs of unnatural aggression. Infected individuals have attacked others without hesitation. Please keep in mind that this condition is currently irreversible. If someone you know has made contact with any affected victims, isolate immediately. If you yourself contracted the virus, isolate yourself or neutralize yourself for the greater good. Martial law has been declared in the United States, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and several other countries, including Portugal, Spain, Russia, Mongolia, and Japan. Travel has been severely restricted in these regions. Evacuations are underway in highly populated areas to prevent the spread of infection. It is highly likely that the situation will escalate. For your safety, stay indoors, barricade windows and any other potential openings, and remain out of sight. Conserve supplies and resources until soldiers arrive for pickup. Do not go outside while soldiers are clearing the area. Soldiers have orders to shoot on sight to eliminate any infected individuals. Stay alert and follow all emergency instructions. This is a global emergency alert issued by the United Nations Security Council, NASA, the World Health Organization, and national governments worldwide. Authorities are providing an update regarding the ongoing biological crisis. International scientific teams have made progress in identifying the infection responsible for the aggressive behavior observed in affected individuals. Researchers have identified several biological markers linked to the pathogen and are currently working toward the development of a potential treatment. The pathogen has been designated as AEV28, also labeled as the anomalous virus. Preliminary analysis indicates that the anomalous virus exhibits highly unusual biological characteristics, including rapid transmission and extreme neurological impact on infected individuals. Observed cases suggest a staged progression of symptoms following exposure. Stage 1. Initial exposure, disorientation, sensory distortion, and elevated agitation. Subjects may appear confused or unresponsive to basic commands. Stage 2. Neurological decline. Infected individuals suffer from rapid cognitive impairment, slurred or incoherent speech, and loss of recognition of familiar individuals. Hallucinations and erratic behavior are commonly reported. Stage 3. Behavioral collapse, complete loss of rational thought, extreme aggression, and severe motor instability. Subjects become highly dangerous to nearby individuals. Stage 4. Terminal phase, full behavioral override and loss of self-preservation instincts. At this stage, recovery is considered highly unlikely. Research into AEV28 is ongoing, and early findings suggest that targeted containment and treatment measures may be possible, allowing to reverse the effects of the disease up to stage 2. While a complete cure has not yet been confirmed, Early research has shown promising results. In response to the continued threat posed by the unidentified hostile entities, international military forces have begun deploying specialized containment units under a coordinated defense initiative known as Project Aegis. Personnel assigned to Project Aegis have received specialized training designed to counter the anomalous abilities displayed by the entities, including enhanced strength, speed, and other non-human physical capabilities. Containment operations are currently underway in multiple affected regions. Authorities believe that the successful neutralization of these primary entities may significantly slow the spread of infection. Despite this progress, the situation remains dangerous. All civilians must continue to follow emergency safety instructions, remain indoors, avoid contact with infected individuals, and stay out of sight whenever possible. Further updates will be provided as containment operations and medical research continue. This message will repeat. This is a global emergency alert issued by the United Nations Security Council, NASA, the World Health Organization, and national governments worldwide. 30 days have passed since the appearance of the unidentified hostile entities and the onset of the global infection crisis caused by AEV-28, also known as the anomalous virus. Despite international containment efforts, the situation has deteriorated rapidly. Global population monitoring indicates that over 2 billion people are now confirmed dead or missing. Several major cities have gone silent, and several national governments have lost the ability to maintain communication with large portions of their territory. The President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, is currently unresponsive following the collapse of Moscow. His status remains unconfirmed. The President of the United States, Donald Trump, has been confirmed as infected with the anomalous virus following a failed evacuation attempt. In accordance with continuity protocols, Vice President J.D. Vance has assumed executive authority over remaining federal operations. Recent medical efforts to develop a cure for the anomalous virus have been unsuccessful. The pathogen continues to spread rapidly and no effective treatment has been identified. Containment operations conducted under Project Aegis have also failed. Multiple specialized units deployed to engage the primary entities have been eradicated or have ceased communication. Analysis of recovered footage and military recordings has revealed a disturbing pattern regarding the hostile entities responsible for the initial outbreaks. The physical appearance, equipment, and abilities displayed by these figures closely resemble known archetypes previously cataloged in fictional media archives, specifically Marvel Comics, but in a fully corrupted, hostile state consistent with advanced infection. At this time, authorities cannot explain how or why these entities resemble such figures. However, all available data confirms that the hostile anomalies are directly associated with AEV-28 exposure zones. Due to the continued spread of infection and the failure of containment measures, international command authorities have authorized extreme countermeasures. Strategic aerial bombardment will begin against major outbreak epicenter as believed to contain the original hostile entities. Designated strike locations include New York City, United States; Tokyo, Japan; Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of the Congo; Moscow, Russia; Lisbon, Portugal. These actions are considered a final attempt to slow the spread of the anomalous virus and prevent total global systemic collapse. All civilians currently within designated strike zones must evacuate immediately if any evacuation routes remain accessible. If evacuation is not possible, seek the deepest available shelter and remain indoors. Further updates will follow if global communications infrastructure remains operational. This message will repeat.
This is an emergency broadcast from the Government of Canada. This transmission originates from the Northern Emergency Relay Station in Iqaluit, Nunavut. All United Nations command structures are unresponsive. The United Nations Security Council is no longer operational. Multiple member states have confirmed total loss of central governance. Global communications networks are diminished. The World Health Organization, NASA, and remaining international coordination agencies have ceased transmissions. Our Prime Minister, as well as our federal government, are no longer operational. Over the past 44 days, multiple nations have gone silent. Confirmed non-response in areas include the United States, Japan, the United Kingdom, Portugal, Russia, and large portions of South America and Africa. Satellite imagery indicates widespread infrastructure collapse and mass urban abandonment. Despite the collapse of nearly all recognized nations, a persistent transmission has been detected from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, now self-designated as Wakanda. All remaining civilians are advised to ignore any transmissions from the source. Do not respond under any circumstances. The infection continues to evolve. Intercepted military communications report additional hostile variants consistent with prior anomalous classifications. These entities show coordinated movement and adaptive behavior not previously recorded. A fragmented NATO air defense transmission recorded a high-altitude breach event involving a subject with resemblance to Thor. The god of thunder. Defensive systems in the region failed immediately after contact. No further interception was possible. Transmission ended mid-report. According to the latest United Nations population tracking data before their transmission went dark, an estimated 8 billion individuals are now infected, leaving approximately 400 million of us worldwide. All containment operations, including Project Aegis, are non-operational. Strategic bombardment of outbreak epicenters has failed to produce containment. No centralized authority remains. Signal degradation is increasing. Civilian advisory remains in effect. Remain indoors. Avoid contact. Do not engage unidentified individuals. We will continue broadcasting for as long as power allows. This transmission will repeat.